It's already on. Don't you feel it? It's full blast. Well, yeah. Well, you just have to hug the person next to you, right? Body heat, right? Well, that's true, yeah. That's why you have him around, right? Well, oh, man. Oh, already. It already started. Well, my name is Cindy. I'll be your driver for just a little bit. You're part of that cruise ship, right? Is it the Carnival Imagination?
Yes.
Very beautiful. And are you having a good cruise? Very good. Because it is a nice ship, I must say. I like that ship. It's an older ship, yeah. Well, no, we do have tomorrow we do have the other Carnival. It's the sister ship, the Carnival Inspiration. That is much bigger. I'm not quite sure. I don't know. I mean, sure, they have their... I'm not up to date on these cruise ships. But the Inspiration is much bigger. I mean, probably not too much, though. But so who's first time here in Avalon? Woo! Welcome to Avalon, welcome to Catalina, and the rest of you have been here before, right? Welcome back. It does call to you, right? Well, no, it's not just that. Is it just a romantic island, don't you think? Well, it is. It truly is. But I do like to see return passengers. Yeah. Who's first time ziplining? Woo! Excellent. Well, you're going to have fun. This is a good course. You got 5 separate lines for you to enjoy. And each line has their own different personality. It's really cool. Who's first time on a Hummer? Woo! Oh, man. Wow, for some of you, you are 3 times a virgin. I know it's too early in the morning to hear that. You're like, no, never too early to hear that. No, but now normally when you sign up for the zip line, you do have to walk out there. You knew that, right? But you're part of that cruise ship, so I picked you up especially with the summer and drive you out there. Isn't that cool? But they did tell you there's no return ride, right? Silence. Yeah, there's no return ride. You don't. No.
Oh, we're going up.
Everything's walking distance. The ones that you've been here before, right? I mean, but it is Descanso Beach, and I just drive you out there. You don't have to take that route that I just drove. You can take. There is a more straightforward route. There is a road called Crescent Avenue, known to the locals as Front Street. I'm gonna point it out to you when we get there. You're not seeing it right now because I can't drive on it. Only pedestrians are allowed on this thing. They're building the museum. The Catalina Island Museum is the future site for the museum. It's going to finish sometime this year. I just don't know when. They still have a long ways to go. Yes, the Catalina Island Museum. Right now it's located underneath the basement of the casino, but it's so small. So they want to build something bigger than that. They got lots of things to house, artifacts-wise and such. Photographs, yeah. So this is the street I was telling you about. Only pedestrians are allowed on this thing. So once you get to the end, that's where I picked you up, the Cabrillo Mall, that's what it's called. Then you swim out to the ship. Yeah, and then make friends with the shark. Well, we have a local shark out there. His name is George.
Oh!
Yeah, he's a lawyer. Yeah. Well, that's true. Now, about 2 weeks ago, we were in the news. Did you see 2 people died in our major storm? Did you see that? 2 people. You see it? Harbor Patrol, Timothy Mitchell. Oh, yeah. And Bruce. I don't know his last name. They were trying to save a boat, the King Neptune. It's just unnecessary. It was not necessary for them to die because of the boat. But they came to a point where they couldn't save the boat, and they went into the water, and then the boat, the storm, the water was so turbulent, he smashed in between the boat and the boat wall. Boom, boom, killed an internal organ. It smashed. It's not there. It said it was not the dog just jumped out of the water without the owner and just swam on the shore. Oh. But, you know, things happen and we've got to mourn and we've got to keep on living, right? But I truly believe 2015 is going to be a good year. You agree with me, right? Good, yeah. Because we've got, I'm sure Timothy Mitchell, great guy that he was, and he was a great guy. I'm sure he would want us to keep on moving.
There's the beach.
The zip
Descanso Beach.
2-hour tour, so be sure to visit the bathroom before they...
Here we go, we're going zip lining. It's going to be crazy.
No. So you got to utilize that.
All right, welcome back, you guys. We missed you. All right, those of you that haven't been here, welcome to Catalina. Happy to have you guys here. So we kind of want to put out there for you guys today, in addition to the zip lining, myself and Ray here, we want to give you guys a little glimpse at our ecosystem. Like I mentioned in that briefing, it's an eco-based tour, and what that means exactly is Ray and I are both trained naturalists specific to Catalina Island. We have a plethora of information about this place. We popped up out of the ocean millions of years ago. Various plants and animals have found various ways to make this their home. Some of them have developed into subspecies of what they once were, which makes them unique or endemic, which means they're found here and nowhere else in the world. So if you guys are interested in those type of things, we're happy to share that information that we have with you. However, it's your tour. We respect that. We want to try to tailor it to your interest. So we're going to let you guys kind of set the tone for this tour. Let us know what your interests are, and we'll chat you guys up. Or maybe it's just something else to do. We know that you're only here for a short time of the day, a remainder of time. So maybe we could suggest some place to have a nice lunch or happy hours. Yeah. This guy knows them all right? So let us know, okay, guys? We're putting it out there. Yes, sir.
I don't see any volcanic rock around here. This island was connected to mainland news.
Never was, sir. This is a true oceanic island. It was formed by subduction, where tectonic plates collided and pushed us right up out of the water.
I forgot that.
Yeah, no, that's a great question. That's the kind of stuff we want. We want from you guys. If it was once connected to the mainland, it would be a continental island, but we're a true oceanic island.
Oh, okay.
All 8 channel islands, these are just the peaks of the same mountain range. So if we could drain that channel, you would see that this is all one mountain range, and all these islands are connected. Pretty cool, huh?
Yeah. Did you ever see that program on National Geographic where they drain the Great Lakes and they drain
I've seen bits and pieces of it.
Oh, very interesting.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. Yeah. Yeah, and speaking of that channel too, that's one of the deepest channels in the world out there. It's over 3,000 feet right there.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Channel they call it? Very nice, very nice.
So, right here, guys, a little bit of a history factoid. We're turning on one of the oldest roads on Catalina Island. This is called Stage Road. The predecessors to the Wrigleys were the Banning brothers, Banning, California. They were big into transportation, and one of the kind of tourist things that they did while they had control of the island was they would load up the stagecoach with a team of 6 horses. They would come up this very road that we're on, but now you have to imagine that it was half this size and dirt.
Yeah.
They would go beyond where we're going to exit the bus to do zip lining. It would take about 2.5 hours. They'd go up to a place called Wishbone, have a little wine and cheese, race back down, and they did it in about a half an hour. So pretty, kind of the first thrill ride. Coming up on the left, you guys, is a cool little overview of our fair city down there. That's Avalon for you right there, guys. The big white building above the white wall across the way there is the original Wrigley Mansion. The Wrigleys, the chewing gum fortune, Chicago Cubs. William Wrigley Jr. purchased Catalina Island in 1919 for a cool $2 million. His family's had controlling interest in it ever since. Right below us is the current Wrigley Mansion right there with the flag. That's where a great-granddaughter resides when she's in town, Allison Wrigley. So Avalon, it's about 1.5 to 2 square miles. Never going to be any more than what you see today, you guys, and that's due to the fact that in the 70s, the Wrigleys kind of saw that the crown jewel of the family fortune Catalina Island was in a little jeopardy. It's sometimes referred to as the island death cycle. It's an erosion process. It can happen naturally, but in our case it was mostly due to all these invasive grazing animals that were introduced since the history of the island. So what they did was they got smart and they deeded 88% of it to what's called the Catalina Conservancy. The Conservancy is this non-profit organization, and their goal and mission is to keep things in its natural state. So you're never going to see Avalon breach those borders that you see today. The Conservancy also intervenes. They help these endemic plants and animals survive and thrive, as well as get rid of these invasive ones that have been introduced. And a good example of that is sheep. We used to have sheep, goats. We had Russian javelina wild boar that roamed the island for many years. And they saw that all these grazing animals were wreaking havoc. These hillsides used to be a lot more barren than what you see today, which was speeding up that whole erosion process. So once we got rid of a lot of these grazing animals, we started this recovery period. They say it's going to take another 100 years before we're fully recovered, but we're in a pretty good state of affair right now with what's going on. Squirrel.
Still have the buffalo here, or they get rid of them too?
No, the bison, being this iconic symbol that they have become, they didn't want to completely get rid of them. So what they did was they came up with a couple. All right, up to the edge, dear. Out in the way, you got this.
Here we go!
Can't really see anything.
Wait till he gets closer.
Are those self-focusing?
I hope so.
That's a good answer.
Okay, here he comes. He's good.
I can't see anything. There he is! Woo!
Hero here. He's a pro. Good job.
How was it?
Crazy.
There we are.
Oh.
Woohoo!
It's still a little scary when you spin. Not gonna lie.
You'll get used to it. You guys just keep playing with the wind. The more you play with it, the more it's gonna be easier.
How was that one?
Oh, it was good. It's a little tight on my butt, but I'm good.
All right. Woo-woo.
Here we go.
No.
Wow.